The FA, in conjunction with the Professional Footballers Association of Ghana, decided to design a standard player contract, and then the contract is supposed to come up with a minimum wage, such that no club can pay a professional player below a certain figure as the minimum wage. You can pay above that, but no player should receive below that particular wage. And then there are other perks attached to it. But if it comes to say net salary, by net salary we are saying that when you have done all the deductions, be it social security, income tax and everything, at the end of the day the player should take home what is going into his account or his this, and that is the net. He shouldn't go beyond a certain figure. So you're going to have a situation where if the player is in, say, Karela, the player is in Hasselhoff, the player is in Kotoko, Samatex, Nations, no player, once is a professional player, has a professional contract with you, is supposed to take less than this as net. So that one should be the base, and then you can then build upon it. International Labour Organization regulations, you cannot prevent the player or any worker, if he's within a particular jurisdiction and then wants to travel and go and play somewhere. Once the deal is good and then there's agreement between the two clubs, or he's out of contract, he moves. But then if you are also able to keep or retain the players in Ghana for some time, then it makes our leagues quite competitive, and then it generates a lot of interest. But if a player comes to the fore, shines for 1 year, and then he has to leave, then you realize that the supporters are just getting used to the player, and then he's off our shores. The edge to go to the field to go and then watch stars will not be there, because there's no star he's going to watch anyway. But if a player has been very, very consistent in terms of his performance for, say, 3 continuous years, then he becomes a star. His name becomes a household name in the country, and then when he's traveling anywhere in the country to go and play a match, supporters will be eager to go there and then watch. So at least we think that this is a start. Let's come up with a minimum wage that no club can actually pay a player below that, and that should be a good starting point. Then we'll begin to add on as we move ahead. For some players, most of the players at least will be happy with it, especially those who were actually receiving less than that figure. Sometimes you would want to come up with something quite substantial, but you also look at the ability to pay. There's no point pegging the figure very high, and then clubs would struggle to actually fulfill that obligation. So at least even though the interest of the players looks paramount, and then you need to do things to ensure that at least they are catered for, but you also need to look at the plight of the clubs too, and then their ability to be able to discharge that obligation. So at least at the end of the day, it becomes a win-win situation for both player and then the clubs. The truth is that all clubs, all the elite clubs, are limited liability companies, and the players are employees of the various clubs. They have their boards, and then the boards are supposed to actually go out there and then look for sponsorship for the clubs. Whatever comes from the FA is just an addition.
Okay.
Clubs, be it a coast club, what is it, a women's club, a division club, a division 2, division 1, premier, women's premier, you are a member of an association. That doesn't prevent you from going out there to seek sponsorship. You have a management committee, you are supposed to have your board, and they are supposed to go out there and seek sponsorship for you. Whatever is coming from the FA is just coming to add up to what you already have. So most often I've heard people say that oh, there's no headline sponsor because of that. No. The issue is that as a club, you need to also have a sponsor. And that is why when you consider the likes of Chelsea, the likes of Man U, Liverpool, they have sponsors that sponsor the club. Apart from what they would get from the FA as a body, they themselves have sponsors. And that is the way it's supposed to be in our setting here. So juvenile clubs should actually go out there and then seek sponsorship. District football associations are supposed to go out there, seek sponsorship. Regional football associations should go there, seek sponsorship. Whatever the FA brings is just bringing to supplement what you are already able to mobilize, but not to sit down and then just look at the FA. Because the FA is unable to get a headline sponsor, then it means that we should throw our hands in air in despair. At the end of the day, the players are your players. When you sell them, the money comes to you. Even though at least something small would go to the FA too, but a chunk of the money comes to you. So you should be more concerned about the welfare of those players first than any other person. And I think that is the way we should be looking at it.